Hey y'all. So tonight we're not gonna do a couch conversation. We're gonna do a bedroom conversation. We're gonna do an in the bed conversation, on the bed, all of that. So let's get into it because I got a message for y'all.
Fall in love with me. I introduced her to the game and let her thug with me. See me like Bonnie and Clyde, she even clutching me. I feel like it's do or die. She give her soul to me. She wanna be close to me. Oh, she say she fuck with me the long way. She say she gon' rub my back. I had a long day. Said baby, I ain't gon' lead you down the wrong way.
Okay, so I was reading this book that I got from Randall's, right? Right. Um, it's this book, and I'm probably gonna flip the camera so y'all can actually see the title of the book, but it's called Women of the Bible for Women of Color. And I found it at Randall's, and all I saw was Bible, women, color. That's all I needed to see. I was literally in there buying groceries, and I was in the car section, and I had scrolled past that little round thing. Y'all know that thing where they had the books and stuff? Yeah, that was me. And I was like, ooh, it's calling me. It got me written all over it. I have so many Bible study books, devotionals, Bibles. It makes absolutely no sense, okay? But I had to add this one to the collection. And I bought this. I've been trying to read this book for like 3 days or start on this book. And I never have time to read. I used to read all the time, and life just be life. And so I never have time to do anything because it's definitely 12:04 at night, midnight, real late. Um, but I was reading the book, and I was like, you know what? If I don't record this, I ain't gonna be able to sleep. If I don't record this, I ain't gonna be able to sleep. But I'm gonna make it real quick because child, the lies. I tried to make it quick, but the spirit was like, "Girl, no, this ain't gonna be quick." See, I cuss a lot, right? Y'all know, y'all on the channel, y'all subscribe. I cuss a lot. My mouth is real filthy, dirty, horrible, a mess. Okay, we understand that, but at the same time, above all things, I am still a motivator to my heart. And motivation come out that same filthy mouth. Okay, God knew what he was doing when he made me. Like he knew. He was like, oh, she gonna give me trouble. But she gonna do what I tell her to do though. But she for sure gonna give me a hard time. Like he knew what he was doing. So it's possible to be both. I accept that I'm both. I do not have to cuss all the time. I started the name of the channel is Motivation with Me for a reason. Because if you go all the way back, like back, you'll see that the whole point of the channel was for me to give motivation. Because again, above all things, I am a motivator. Okay, this is what I do all day, every day. And I got a new amethyst ring, y'all. I just had to throw that out there. But this is what I do all day, every day. Like, I'm literally sitting there when I am on my phone, texting and motivating people. Like, all day. All day. Every day. That's me. She is me. I am she. And if you know me, for real, then you know that's what I'm doing all day. Giving advice, motivating, giving people the word, giving people, like, that's just who I am. Like, it gets to a point where sometimes I'm drained because I do it so much that it's like, dang, can I get a minute? But that's neither here nor there. That's not the message for today. The message for today, as I was reading through this here book, turn your Bibles. Okay. I told y'all God knew what he was doing. Like, he knew I was going to be a whole mess. But at the same time, it's a joke that we have. Like, if let the spirit lead you as a person, it'll be me. Like, it's me. I'm her. Okay? It's me. Because I literally, y'all done see me in different types of scenes, different elements. Like, my name is called Elements of Me for a reason because there's so many different elements to Miranda Evans. It makes absolutely no sense. And I'm pretty sure y'all done met them all. Most of them. Y'all ain't seen my crazy side. And hopefully you don't. But anyway, it basically goes through each woman of the Bible, but then it relates to the woman in it's talking to women of color. And it's referring to the women of the Bible as if they were women of color, which I believe they were. And that's what I believe. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, it's late. So I'm just starting, but I got to Hagar. Is this the one? Yeah. So the reflection question was, reflect on a time when you felt battered, beaten, and rejected. How did God refresh, renew, and redirect you? Consider sharing your testimony with a woman who is experiencing rejection. Let me tell y'all something. Now, when I read it, right, it took me a minute. So the message for today's sermon is let your rejection be your redirection. Let your rejection be your redirection. Reject, redirect, just like the reflection said. And as I was reflecting and writing my own part, because I did write my own little part at the bottom, which I'm about to tell y'all in a minute. The last sentence where it said consider sharing your testimony, that part, I thought in my head, I was like, I've done that before, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it real soon in the next couple days, probably every day, because I do it all the time. I didn't think YouTube video when I was reading it. So it just like literally just popped up like later, because I kept reading, I kept going, and I was like, no, I gotta say something. I gotta record this. I gotta say something. Like, I'm telling y'all, when the Spirit touched me, he touched me. I'm not playing about that. It's like my discernment is real. Like, it literally just happened earlier today. I'm gonna have to tell y'all that story. But the Spirit be talking to me in so many different ways. Like, so many different ways. And I'll give y'all like scenarios when it actually happened and the blessings that I saw come from it. I'm gonna do that in another video, because y'all gonna be like, what? It's always amazing. But take your rejection and make it your redirection. And what I wrote about, because I had to think about it for a minute, because I'm like, dang, have I ever been rejected? Like, I never really just been rejected. So I'm sitting there thinking like real hard, because I could not think of a time where I felt rejected, because I've always been accepted. So I was like, I'm not really getting it. But then I had to dig deep. I had to dig deep. And I was like, you know what? There was a time. So, as most of y'all know, if you watch the channel, then you know, I was molested by my stepdad. I hate calling him that, Craig, but he was my stepdad. I was molested by my stepdad when I was a kid, like 11, 12 years old. I'm talking about real young, just so unnecessary. And when I told, finally after like a year, when I told my family, they didn't believe me. They did not believe me. Nobody took me seriously. My mama attempted to take me seriously, but at the same time, she asked me, did I dream it? Like, and I think to this day, I still don't think nobody believes me. I know for a fact my grandmother doesn't. And the reason why I know that is because a couple years ago, we was on the phone. And I don't know how we got on the conversation. And what came out of her mouth was, you still think that happened? I respect my elders, and I love my grandmother to death. When I tell y'all, it took everything in my soul not to say, bitch, what? And I hate to cuss as I'm giving a message. I really do. But if y'all would have understood the pain that I felt in that moment, and this was a couple years ago, the pain, the anger that I felt in that moment, with this coming from my grandmother, who literally, this happened over 15 years ago, had the nerve to ask me, do you still think that happened? Like, you still, basically what she's saying is, you still on that? Like, you still think that's what happened? Like, you still sticking to your story? Ma'am, Excuse you? I had to hang up. I had to hang up. I could not, and it took me a while to talk to my grandmother again. She tried to fix it too, because she knew in that moment she had said the worst thing she could have possibly said to me. And that was years ago. Since then, I have forgiven my grandmother. I do anything for her and I do everything for her. And at the end of the day, that's my grandma. But I could not believe it. That's why I say to this day, I feel like people still don't believe me. My aunt is kind of in the middle because, I mean, it's her sister. So her allegiance has to lie with her sister. But I think she's in the middle. Everybody else kind of really don't care. And me and my mama don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We need to. We need therapy. But we don't talk about it. Not as an adult. I have not talked to my mama about that maybe since like I was 18 or something like that. And I have literally not talked to my mama for years as an adult. I walked away from my mama for years. When I got old enough to realize the pain that it had caused and everything that happened after that. And I was like, I need space. I need space. I need time. I don't know what this is, but it's getting on my nerves. I need space. I need time. I can't with none of y'all. I had to walk away. Give me some time. Especially after my other grandmother died. Give me some time. I got to feed you with a long handled spoon. I got to love you from a distance. And sometimes I do check out on my family. Because the trauma gonna always stay, and if I feel like y'all triggering me, you not finna steal my peace. So what I'm gonna do is back up. I need to be by myself. I can't deal with y'all right now. And it ain't that I don't love y'all, but it's about me. I come first. I got to live my life. I got to be in this body. This is my peace, and you can't have my joy. Nobody can take that from me. And that was what I came up with. A time I felt rejected was to have my family, my flesh and blood, not believe me and decide to take the side of a man who is a grade A pervert, who abused me, who literally to this day, I have triggers, okay? I was abused in my sleep. So if I'm sleeping and I feel something like, I don't know, something walk up on me, I'm quick with it. Like I sleep hard, but at the same time, I still get triggered, okay? You used to come in my room at night, boy. Like you came in my room at night. I've been in relationships, or it might be a man in the bed. Not saying I be out there like that. Y'all know my life. But it has been situations where if you touch me the wrong way, we could be cuddling. If your hand go to the wrong spot, I get triggered. It don't happen all the time. I never know when it's coming. But hold on, pimp. I was touched right there when I was a kid. Don't do that. And I'm not going to get into specifics because that's a little too graphic and I don't want to think about it. But at the same time, not tonight. No. It don't feel right. I don't like it. So that was my time where I felt rejected. And then it said explain how that rejection, and then it said battered and beaten. I haven't experienced battered and beaten because I've never been in a domestic violence situation. I feel like that's more what that relate to. So it was the rejection for me. And it asks, how did God redirect you or renew you by using that rejection? Where do I begin? Baby, let me tell you something. God redirected me because I don't regret nothing. Everything I've been through, I've been through it for a reason. God redirected me when I dropped that first book telling my entire story, abuse, promiscuity, and all. In 2014 as a 21-year-old going on 22. I'm 30 years old. Since then, I have released 2 more books with more on the way. Since then, I have created a youth nonprofit organization. Since then, I have helped so many abuse victims and survivors, domestic violence, sexual abuse. Since then, I have created a motivation platform. I have spoken to so many audiences, not just on YouTube, not just on the internet, but in person. I have traveled. I have been doing this for years. I started at 21. I'm 30. For the last 9 years, I have dedicated every part of myself to help other people. And baby, when I tell you that is my purpose, that is why God put me here. And had it not been for that rejection, I would not have been able to have my redirection. I would not have been able to redirect if I was not rejected. Because I wanted to be the complete opposite. I was like, you know what? Nobody believed me. Nobody was there for me, my own family. So you know what I'm going to do? The exact opposite. Since then, I have literally filed a police report, went to the police. Grand jury threw it out because it was too long ago. But guess what? I did it. I did it. I wrote a public article saying who it was, full name, government. And I've said it online. Okay? Baby, I embarrassed and drugged that man so bad, he disabled all his social media. Couldn't find him on Facebook for nothing. When that article dropped, his life blew up. I didn't say who it was in my first book. When I wrote it and I told the story, I covered his identity to protect my mama. To protect the same family that rejected me. But when I was given the opportunity in 2018, because baby, I remember like it was yesterday, to write my story on survival as an abuse victim, I let it go. I wasn't protecting nobody no more. I am going to drag you. I want people to know. So I am telling you that same rejection that I had as a kid, and I didn't know what it was at the time. All I knew was it hurt. I felt like I wasn't wanted. I felt very unloved because I couldn't comprehend why everybody was telling me that I was borderline crazy or I didn't know what I was talking about. I had to grow up in that house. Like, legitimately, I had to grow up in that house. I wasn't going to leave my mama. So this happened when I was 11, 12 years old. I didn't leave the house till I was 17 going to college. So I had to grow up in the house with my abuser, with a family that rejected me. And y'all wonder why I'm out on the streets? That's why. But it's that same tragedy, that same trauma that brought me where I am today. But God. So I am here to tell you, whatever it is that made you feel rejected, whoever rejected you, whether you've been battered, whether you've been beaten, whatever the situation is, use that to redirect your life. Do not hold on to anger. Because I forgive him. I don't gotta like you to forgive you. I forgive you. I just don't like you. Never will. Don't hold on to that anger because it ain't going to do nothing but hurt you. I want you to take that same anger you got, that heartache, that pain, that hurt. You mad, you pissed off. You want to hurt somebody. You want to hurt the person that hurt you. You want to hurt the person that rejected you, that battered you, that beat you. I get it. But I want you to take that and use that as your fuel to the fire, to keep going, to persevere, to tell your story. That anger, that's what's going to be your fuel. It was mine. It was my fuel. I took the anger that I had, everything in me from all the stuff that's happened to me, and I turned that into the fuel to push me towards my purpose. Instead of, like, literally, this sticks with me so much. My grandfather, God rest his soul, when I sat there and read trouble to my grandmother and my grandfather, both of which have passed. Emil and June, I love you so much. My grandfather sat there and told me, I don't know how you ain't a crackhead on the street. All the stuff you done been through. I literally could be a crackhead on the street. I could be out there selling myself for money. I could be doing so many things, but I am literally doing the complete opposite. Because God said, you got a purpose. I put you through this for a reason. So whatever it is, whatever caused that rejection, God is trying to renew, refresh, and redirect you. But you have got to follow that path He is trying to lead you on. Because He can show you the path, but He can't make you walk it. You got two paths. I took a picture where it was two different tracks going two different directions. You got two paths. Which one you gonna take? You gonna take God's way, or you gonna take the way where it's nothing but anger, pain, heartache, unforgiveness, the enemy waiting on you, the devil at the end like, come on. Come on, I'm about to get you. Come on over here. No, I rebuke thee. I'm gonna take God's way. I'm gonna go ahead and go down God's path. Because that's the path I'm supposed to be on. Because it ain't no way I went through hell and back and it ain't no purpose in this. If I already went through hell and back, why am I going to go towards the devil? No, I got to get away from you. I got to get that up off me. Baby, let me tell you something. I don't know what it is. Every time I do couch conversations, every time I do motivation videos, I don't know what it be. I do not know y'all personally, but I guarantee you something that's coming out of my mouth is going to touch your soul. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be doing it. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be led to do it. So, before I go, I'm going to leave you with one quote that came to me while I kept reading. Which one was I reading? I got to Lot's wife. And y'all know what happened to her, the whole Sodom and Gomorrah and all that. I'm not finna get into the Bible. Y'all gonna have to look up the story if you don't know it. But I was reading the part on Lot's wife, and it was like a reflection or something like that, reflect on the past or something like that. And it just instantly came to me. I was like, no, my past will not defeat me, but keep me. Cause stuff just comes to me. Like I always make a joke because I say stuff like that's like bomb, and I'll be like, ha, quote me. Like, did I just say that? And did. And it literally just comes to me. And I just wrote it down. I was like, my past will not defeat me, but keep me. Because my past will not defeat me. I will not be defeated by my past, but my past is what's going to keep me, because it's going to keep me going. It's going to keep me at peace. It's going to keep me close to God. It's going to keep me with faith. It's not going to defeat me. It's going to keep me. So whether you got to write that down, whether you got to remember it, whether you got to post it on your wall, I'm going to leave you with that. Your past will not defeat you, but keep you. And with that being said, I'm going to go to bed. Bars. Listen. I love y'all. I just had to say that it was on my heart. It was on my heart. I had to get it out. The Spirit said get it out. I had to get it out. I'm probably going to schedule this video for in the morning. So it's probably going to drop in the morning. I'm probably going to be asleep. I ain't going to lie, y'all. I'm definitely going to be asleep by the time y'all watch this. But I'm going to stay up another... It's 12:26. I'm going to stay up another little... How long the video? 24 minutes? I'm going to stay up and edit it, and I'm going to post it. Schedule to post it. And then that's going to be that on that. So... Until the next one, I love y'all. Bye.